everybody. Come on in and have a seat. My name is SisterlyThrower, and we're gonna see if we can get ourselves unstuck from this freaking game, finally. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. So that's always fun. Either I'm stupid, or it's just not, where I'm supposed to be. So, well, I mean, I know I'm stupid, but is my stupidity getting in the way of my ability to progress? Oh, also, just fair warning for today, don't be alarmed if you see me reach down and do something suspicious with what I have here in front of me on the table. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so got my dinner here. Only during a cutscene. Something like that. I don't know. It'll only be our third time addressing this little shindig here. Okay. We have looted the majority of this. So it honest to God seems like we're stuck here. Sorry, just gonna make it a little louder. That's better. There we go. Honest to God, couldn't tell you where I'm supposed to go, because I'm not even sure what the options are at this point. I'm not even sure how to, like, go back, per se. I was thinking about this the other day. It's actually kind of a nice thing that, they stuck some health items in the vending machine, and you can, clear those last bits out, and you can knock open the vending machine and get them. It doesn't take much to amuse me. See, even here, we can't get out this way, so I don't know where it is that I'm supposed to be going. Okay, so let's check out our options. No. Also, no. Like, can I? No. Alright, so literally so far the only way forward is here. That's all we have. Something in front of that door. Oh, hello. Mitchell's here. Mitchell says no. Mitchell, I say yes. Sorry. I saw your comment when I was walking past after getting my water ready to go, and did not address it as I should have. How you doing, Mitchell? Let's reload this bad boy. Yep, and okay. Mitchell back hurt right now? Did Mitchell do something special to make back hurt? Okay. Go out here. It's the same freaking room. No, just general aches and pains. I get you. Sorry, man. That's gotta be tough. Whoa, excuse me. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, and it makes me sad because I want to keep making progress. More alcohol, I guess. Just me, or is the game like extra blurry today when I turn? Or are my eyes just finally giving up on me? There's literally nothing here. I can't go any higher on the fire escape. Can I go... What, can I go lower? If you've been watching this channel for a while, chances are you've heard me say the phrase before, I don't want to talk about it. We're putting this moment at the top of the list. Fantastic. Did you just not think to do that yesterday when I was in here? Last stream only lasted about 10 minutes. Yeah, I figured that's what yesterday meant. Playing only lasted for about 10 minutes there. And mostly because my system had a catastrophic meltdown. Seems to be running okay now, though. But it's the entirety of the stream before that, I had never even thought of... Wait, can I upgrade anything? Okay, wait, I have explosives. Just thinking about what I want to craft, I gotta check one thing out real quick. Okay. Never mind. Got a decent amount here. What do I want to do? Health, improved healing. This is all about crafting, so I'm not really too keen on this. Listen mode range would be nice. Improved health kits. Yeah, let's just do it. Come on. Suck in the gut. Which one of these buttons is to vomit? There. Oh, good heavens. Hi. Come here. R2. Yeah, okay. God, can I cut him down? So he has some dignity. Oh, hello. Yeah, at this point, a listen mode range upgrade would be good. May she guide you. Ooh, I don't really need a guide. Need some bullets, maybe. Hey, just like that. Oh. Ooh, hello. Hello, hello, baby. You called I didn't hear a thing. Don't. Ooh, what is that? I want to try this out. What the frick? Is this a sickle? Oh, heck yeah. There we go. 2 on the upper decks. Let's see how we can do this here. I can't tell you how freeing it is knowing how to actually move forward in a friggin' game. Dum 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 dum. Is that a... Oh, that is... Yeah, that's a person. Wait, where'd you go? Oh, there you go. Da-dum. Da-dum. Tickle fight. It's an Egyptian Kopesh. Why it's here, I don't know. My best guess, there's a bunch of museums nearby. I think. I don't actually know. Weren't we buying museums? Oh, health kit. Can I just go up the stairs? Be mucho conveniente. I'm gonna assume there's nothing. Some people release curses and shit does no one read anymore. And doesn't that make the assumption that people would be reading in, you know, ancient Egyptian? I call all manner of bullcrap. The idea that he could not see me there is bull of the highest order. We're just talking about artifacts of any culture. Fair enough. No. Me and my Kopesh are out of here. Soon as we kill off this dude. Oh, my Assassin's Creed instincts are kicking in. Not sticking in, kicking in. Hello. I thought there was nothing here. I lied. Come here. I cannot even begin to describe how happy I am that we got the faster stealth kill upgrade. BRB? Okay. So happy that we got that. I'm thrilled. I am overjoyed that we don't have to deal with that nonsense anymore. I do believe I'm a little turned around. But there's enemies over here, so much the better. Oh look, convenient chest-high walls. So, in terms of therapy today so far, and I didn't do a good job of explaining this during the last, substantial stream that we had. As odd as it may sound, I will actually make the conjecture, you totally should have seen me. I will actually make the conjecture that in times like this in a game are actually relevant and similar to, where they at? Okay. Well-placed Molotov, and my problems would probably be a lot smaller. Duck down. Oh. There's a person over here. No. What? What? Ooh. Back into the grass. I would not survive in this little clan here. Little fact about me. I cannot actually whistle. Never learned how. Ooh. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3. Ooh, this is nicer. Sorry, Kopesh. Good lord. I am trying to make stuff here. If you could shut your mouth. You're making me horribly jealous with the whistling. Come on, buddy. So you can't see me when I'm lying here in the grass, but you can see the bodies of your fallen comrades. Just a little bit unrealistic if you're asking me, but that's okay. Ooh. Who said that? Somebody still alive? God, listen mode does not have a big enough range. Okay, it cannot be, it has to refer to dead bodies. But I just... Who was talking? You know, fine. Sorry, Ellie. Oh, press X to continue. Don't tell me I have to kill all them again. Oh, there you are. I'm trying. Girly, I am trying. Alright, so let's try this again. Hit. Okay. Clenching all of my butt cheeks when I make jumps like that. Somebody out there? Somebody want to play Hoobla Doobla? Alright. No Hoobla Doobla playing here. How many times can I fit Hoobla Doobla to a sentence? Oh, no, I got my sword of awesome. Yeah. So, what I was saying, there are going to be days when you are a therapist working with a client that you don't necessarily get a lot of, tell me about your trauma type of therapy work done. But you're helping a client with their day-to-day activities, things that, given their condition, given their diagnoses, whatever that diagnosis may be, can be really hard. Things that you and I may take for granted, but for someone with a mental health diagnosis can be a real, legitimate challenge. For some folks, I mean, making a phone call to arrange a meeting with a different service provider. And if you really, really want to get into it, you can even call that a form of therapy. You could call that a form of, I guess you could call it like exposure therapy. I have a feeling I'm about to run into a very difficult scenario here. Just because a lot of grass, a lot of places to hide, a lot of health items. But no one is here. I'm guessing it's going to be bad things when I open up this door. Oh, God. Stab. Stab him in the arm. Ow. One little shot in the head and that's all it takes. Whoa! Yeah, that thing only has 3 hits on it.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, bud. Can I read circumstances in games, or can I read circumstances in games? Anywho, yes, working with someone to address whatever anxieties or difficulties in functioning they have is a big part of the job. It's a part of the job that not many people expect to have to work with, but in large part, you're there to do whatever your clients need help doing. You know, there's an idea that says that you had to be very careful in treading the line between helping someone and doing it for them. A lot of good, completely reasonable mental health professionals, myself included, because I've done this before too, have gone a little bit too far in that realm of, oh, I'm just going to do this for you. I'm going to make this phone call. I'm going to set up this appointment. The fact that I cannot crawl under this desk is unbelievable. I'm going to do all these things for you. When really the idea should be, let me do them with you and give you just enough of a push, in whatever form that may take, so that you're able to do it for yourself. Because the thing you always, always, always want to avoid is your client or their family becoming dependent upon you to function. There's a pretty far cry there between helping someone and them being dependent on you, so I understand if I get some flack for saying that. But you do have to make the allowance that it is possible. And like I've said, it's happened to me plenty of times. No, I shouldn't say plenty of times. It's happened to me a reasonable amount of times for, learning how to be a good, thorough professional. Okay, what can I still make? Oh. No. Well. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hold off on that for now just because I don't have a lot of binding material on me. Let's try... Yeah, but... Ellie, sweetie, that was a horrifically unathletic movement there. Let's get it in gear, huh? Actually, you know what I should be doing? Now that I think of it? My usual commentary is good. Obviously, I mean, I made it. But if I really want you guys to understand therapy, I'm going to start speaking to her as if I am in a conversation with her as a therapist. So, less sarcasm, more professional voice me, okay? So, smack it out, smack it around, get some water. You guys will get to hear me use my business voice. All right. The hospital's not too far. Doing a great job getting here. One step at a time. Do you feel safe jumping? Okay. Then here we go. Such wide open areas here. Imagine if you want to collect everything, that would be a mighty task. Tom, I keep hearing gunfire at odd hours. We have no one to protect us from this crazy cult. We can't wait for the WLF to find us. We have to trek to their base and join them. Started stashing supplies in the safe. Heading out to scout the best route. We'll be back with a plan ASAP. Be careful, MK. Almost forgot the code is 385523. Back? Okay. 38. 55. 23. Can't use any of that. Oh, of course, it's an explosive arrow after I've already blew so many of my resources. Collecting them. Oh, for any of you Call of Duty fans out there, or for anybody who's even remotely interested in Call of Duty, there was a small update today. I'm largely happy about it. Shoot the Ship, the either Shoot House or Shipment playlist is back, and according to the Call of Duty menu selection screen, it will be back for an entire month, which is nice. They did also add an LMG. So, do with that what you will. I don't have anything. We're getting more Cold War news tomorrow. I did see an announcement on the main menu about tuning in for a live announcement tomorrow. Wait, were they not talking about me? That's a person. Alright, Ellie, you need to do what you can to survive. Just make sure you can live with the decisions you make after you make them.
Don't make a fucking sound. Hands up. Easy. Easy. You know a girl named Nora? Sure, yeah.
Apparently we're getting dead silence as a perk again and the return of the old minimap. Be interesting. What game is that? Oh shoot, I never did the scope. Okay. Yeah, man. Beats me. I don't know what the return of the old minimap means, but... Okay, we just need more explosive powder. Red dots on the map, not the compass. Oh, I see.
Get upstairs.
Hey, we get the job. I'm telling you, man. Data soldier. It makes these shifts so much easier.
Sure. I'll keep that in mind.
Fuck. Sounds like scars are getting closer.
Personally, I don't care about either, but Call of Duty fans seem happy.
Did you hear why we're all getting called into the phone?
I heard that Isaac wants us to retake all of downtown.
I heard we might take the fight to them. Kevin? Hello?
It's the dumbest escape. I'll be interested to see what they do with the spawn mechanics in the new game. I know that's one of the biggest things that the Call of Duty pros were upset about was the spawn mechanics and the idea of squad spawns. For anybody who's not familiar with the current installment of Call of Duty or not familiar with what I'm talking about, it took me a while to actually see this, but I realized that they are right. What happens with the spawns, what used to happen was that the game would calculate a reasonable distance away from all enemies, and that's where you would spawn if you died. Modern Warfare is geared towards spawning you as close to your squad, to your team as possible. And the Call of Duty pros are not happy. Well, they haven't been happy about that idea. I think I saw a dog.
Oh shit! Fuck! Somebody fucking killed Bear!
Oh, his name was Bear.
Someone here! Fan out! Check the entire courtyard!
Who? Oh, hi. My bad. People just hate change. Like, I hate when they spawn me so far away from the action I have to run for like 7 seconds from the back of the map to the action. Yeah, that was always my feeling too.
Nothing here.
Oh, did you not hear that? Yeah, I know Black Ops 4 was geared towards, that should not have worked. Seriously, I can't get around the pole.
What do we got? Anything?
This area's clear.
Come on. Honestly, that character model looks a lot like Abby. It always spawns me at the back of the map, so I don't know what these pros be mad at. I think it really is just that idea of change. I think you were right on.
Kira? I'm on it.
See, I do think that a part of me can understand simply by way of, you know, safety spawns were the name of the game for several years, so that's what they got used to over several years, and it is their careers, I guess. I think they're blowing it a little bit out of proportion. You know, it's another challenge. It's another way to, you know, think about how you can play the game differently, as far as I'm concerned, but if anybody has the right to get it upset at a change that nobody asked for, I figure it's them. So that's the trade-off. Ooh. Come on. So they did say that Nora is clearing out the upper floors. So gonna have to make our way up there. Okay, Ellie, take a breath. You're doing what you need to do to survive, and I can understand that.
Enemy contact! Over
Frick.
here!
You're still standing there. Better luck next. Frick. Like, everyone deals with it, so it's not even a problem. It's just how the game is. Like, if both teams have to deal with it.
We're getting slaughtered.
And that's fair, too. I mean, it was a change that every single pro had to make. It's not like it was just an isolated issue. That's fair. Trying to think about what I've heard in the pro teams about why people don't like the game. I'm gonna take the time to go stab this person just because I don't want any surprises when I'm on my way out. Or if I screw up upstairs, I don't want reinforcements. I don't think the pros like the maps. But I have to admit, it's been really interesting watching the Pro League matches. Just because there are a handful of spots in the multiplayer maps that I never would have found on my own, but are leading to some really, really fascinating kills and plays, which is kind of cool. Also, Dead Silence is broken. I like that they nerfed it to a field upgrade, like you can still use it, it's just not broken anymore. Yeah, there's some iffy maps. Pretty sure Black Ops 4 had it as a perk. Those matches were pretty interesting, so I don't... Yeah, I kind of like it as a perk. Or, as a field upgrade, I mean. Does this hospital only have 2 floors? Oh, I do not like this. There's a stalker in here. I'm gonna be mad. Okay. I think having it as a perk almost forces you to pick it over something else. Yeah, I mean, the thing you gotta understand about the pro leagues is there are agreements about what perks everybody's going to pick or not pick. They call them GAs, gentlemen's agreements. And while there are no official sanctions for breaking a GA, you will get ridiculed and you will have a lot of teams not want to scrimmage with you. So, supply list, musts, if available. Should dig into the corners of the second floor. There's still rooms we haven't opened that might have things worth taking. Don't go near the lower levels. That's dumb. Well, it's a cross between wanting to make the playing field even and just trying to have some organization to it. Like, the GAs mostly have to do with, well, in this most recent, Modern Warfare. I'm trying to think of what's been GA'd. Play the game with the mechanics the game offers. That's so stupid. Oh my god, there's a vent up there. Okay. I get the feeling we're about to hit a story beat, so I'm gonna just finish this thought and then I'll go. Pro teams can only, 5 people on a team. No more than 2 people can run stun grenades. No more than 2 people can run flash grenades. And no more than 1. Or no, I think that's it. No more than 2 stuns and no more than 2 flashes. And certain attachments for guns are GA'd. I feel like Spider-Man. What?
You're gonna tell us where she went.
When Isaac talks to us about this, I'm gonna say what I think happened.
Knock yourself out. I've got work to do.
Nora! I'm not going down for her, man.
Don't scream. Put that shit down.
Ellie, let's think about the concept of revenge here. This is not going to bring Joel back.
You remember me? Yeah. You remember me.
What do you want?
Abby was here earlier. Where'd she go?
I don't know. You shoot me. The sound will have every soldier come running.
You'll still be dead. Tell me where she went and I'll think about letting you go.
We could have killed you.
Maybe you should have. Or maybe you should have stayed the fuck out of Jackson. Where's Abby?
Let's all take a breath.
What?
I hear them every night. Yeah. Yeah, that little bitch got what he deserved.
Fucking.
Oh, shoot.
Nora! You can't escape this! Damn it! Shoot her! Stop!
Oh, I'm going to put a bullet in your eyes. Did I completely lose track of her?
Got you!
What was I supposed to do? Keep up with Nora or... Yeah, I get it. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I will play the game however I want to play and not modify my playstyle because it's civil. Like, at that point, just only play with the same loadout for everyone. Yeah, people pretty much have it, the exact same loadout.
Got you!
Oh, stab her in the face, Ellie. No, that's not a therapist thing to say. That's emotional me talking. At this point, Ellie's trying to survive.
Come on!
Throw down your weapon!
Wait.
Back up!
Put your gun down!
You can walk away from this, okay? I can...
Shut the fuck up!
Gun down! Hands up!
Get back!
You have nowhere to go.
Oh, people are gonna know. Uh-oh.
Take her out!
So we just infected Nora.
Doesn't matter. Find the trespasser.
That's how these puppies do some work for me.
Fucker! Right here!
Also, Oh, yeah, I completely blanked too. Thank you. Alright, let's go find Nora. You laying down now? Hopefully you're in a more comfortable position. Something tells me my secret is about to get very, very unsecreted. Hey, medical records. That's what my mama used to do for work. That's why I BRB'd? Okay. I figured, but just wanted to make sure. I'm hearing some grunting sounds. See, as a therapist, I'm feeling actually kind of conflicted here, and I'll tell you why. We have an ethical and moral obligation to keep everybody safe. That is both clients and in clients with homicidal ideation. It's the clinical term for I think I want to kill someone. Or more like I'm thinking about killing someone. Is this where I came in? Oh, that's just me trying to fart without tensing my back muscles too much. I appreciate your honesty. We have an obligation to inform intended victims of a client's homicidal ideation. Hey, you know, I'm a therapist working with this person. This person has made a threat against you. And we have reasonable belief that they have the ability to carry it out and they intend to fully carry it out. The exact wording is called clear and present danger. I'll continue this thought after this cutscene. Oh, well, apparently I have the choice, so I'll say this quickly. However, we also have to understand the clients do the best they can to survive, and you could make the argument here that this little group of people that she's hunting down, she could have reasonable belief that they are coming back to harm her, so it's a little bit murky here. I still cannot fully agree with this. But it's makes a sick kind of sense. Come on.
Your breathing's worse.
Huh?
Firefly? There are no fireflies anymore.
Wrong answer.
I'm not giving up, my friend.
Alright. Obviously, I can't freeze the game here, but... Can I wait this out? She's dead anyway. Violence is not going to fill this. Apparently, I don't have a choice. Fantastic. Fantastic. Alright, in the absence of any real law enforcement system here, that also complicates things.
It's me. Ellie. Are you okay?
It is not my blood.
She's hiding out in this aquarium. Okay. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up.
Ooh. Classic example of shock. She's killed people before, but she's never tortured them.
Arms up.
Good God. Let it out. It's okay.
I made her talk. It's okay.
There you go. Dina's actually handling this very well. Especially with her baby daddy in the other room. I'm going to take a pause here real quick just to analyze that. From the perspective of therapy, you will run into clients who are really certain of their decisions. They make that decision and they come to you when that decision turns out to cost more or not give them what it was that they had hoped for. I've had my fair share of clients want revenge for various circumstances without my knowledge, and despite my best urgings, a handful of them have gone for it. It has never worked out in their favor. The truly scary situations are the ones like this that push a client past even the boundaries of what they would find reasonable, even in these apocalyptic circumstances. She scared the shit out of herself. I made her talk. Now, what we see with the shaky hands, the 1,000-yard stare, classic symptoms of shock. Not a huge leap for anybody watching this. Probably you guys have probably either experienced shock yourself and or seen it in various media representations, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. However, we will talk about the therapy, bringing someone back down from that state. Here's the thing. All the mental health training in the world, some people have the expectation that a therapist knows the magic words to say to make it all better. Spoiler alert! Nothing can make it better. When you're talking about a crisis situation, you're talking about a situation that brings someone very distinctly away from their baseline. When a person gets that far away from their baseline, when you're dealing with somebody who's already at the peak of a crisis, there are no magic therapy words. Nothing. Nothing to just snap your fingers and make it all better. There is a set of general advice that exists out there, which is pretty much exactly what you saw Dina do, and I'll cover it in 3 phases, really. First of all, simple, easy prompts. Let's get you cleaned up. Arms up. You're not going to get a lot of higher level thinking because a crisis brings us down in terms of brain function to the center of the brain, right around the brainstem. Within reason, when you look at the human brain, as you get closer towards the center, you get towards the simpler biological functions. More fight, flight, or freeze, desire to mate, desire to eat food, desire to sleep, desire to drink water. Those are housed in the core of the brain. When you get to the outer edge, it's more thought and morals and reason and math and art and creativity and that crap. When you're in a crisis, your brain is back down in that core, how do I survive this mode? The only kind of words and sentences that will get through to a person in those circumstances are short, calmly delivered directives. When someone is at a crisis, you have one goal and one goal only. Keep everyone physically safe. For some people, a crisis means they are going to harm themselves. For some people, a crisis means they are going to harm someone else. The only thing you are going to be able to do at that level of crisis is keep everybody safe. And sometimes that gets messy. Sometimes, and I don't like it when it gets to this level because this can get a little sticky to deal with on the afterwards part, but sometimes that means that you are physically restraining someone from hurting themselves or someone else. Your guiding star in helping, I should say, my guiding star here, just because I'm talking about my experiences, my guiding star in helping people in crisis situations is to get them to the point where their brain can reset itself. Your brain is a beautiful thing. And in the event of a crisis, your brain can reset itself. Your brain can work itself back down to your baseline. A lot of the work I do is with younger kids. I've got a big swell of the younger kiddos on my caseload right now. The younger kids, a lot of times that's mom. I had a case recently when the kid got escalated into crisis mode. Mom had to physically restrain him from trying to beat the crap out of his brother. Mom had to physically restrain him from trying to beat the crap out of her. Yelling, screaming at the top of his lungs, crying. Horrible, horrible to deal with. And I just say that because you are in that situation. You're talking about a loved one seeing another loved one in pain and in distress, and there's not really a whole lot you can do. So, with Dina giving those simple directives, arms up, let's get you cleaned up, she's monitoring for safety. Idea number 2 kind of goes along with that when you are starting to come back down from that crisis peak is when you should probably start addressing the physical needs beyond safety. Safety is right for the peak. Leading up to the peak itself, and once you get the sense that the peak is starting to dive back down to the baseline level, safety is your priority. After that, in the aftermath, it's a case-by-case basis about how much therapy you can actually do. Typically, what I like to do in helping someone with a crisis is, if we consider the peak here, when someone is here, we talk about, okay, let's get you some water. Let's get you some food. Let's get you cleaned up. Let's make sure you get a shower. That's the second thing I appreciate Dina doing there. That idea of helping her get cleaned up, taking a very active role in that. Third thing, Ellie is able to process and is able to verbalize that idea. I don't want to lose you. Dina doesn't give a whole lot of verbal reassurance, which I'm not crazy about, but you do see her give her a kiss on the back of the head, give her that hug, give her that physical reassurance. For some people, physical reassurance is enough. For other people, it's verbal reassurance that's enough. I always recommend to the people that I work with, do both. You have to be genuine. You cannot lie. Like one of the 10 commandments of crisis work, commandment number 1 is you cannot lie. If you lie during a crisis, you're pretty much guaranteed to just provoke another crisis, in my experience. But if she's genuine about the fact that Ellie's not going to lose her, she needs to set I would recommend her say, hey, it's okay. You're not going to lose me. I'm right here. Give that hug, give the kiss on the head, whatever. So that was actually pretty well done as far as crisis management goes, and shock and revenge as a client-directed therapy is what I call it. You said you were going to put a bullet in her eyes when she threw a tray at you, so what's the truth? Eye bullets or violence doesn't solve anything. Eye bullets was me as a emotional person, just doing commentary, just talking about my thoughts. Violence doesn't solve anything is what I have to say as a therapist. And you might have missed this. I think you were gone when I said this, but I'm trying to gear more of my commentary towards actually talking as if Ellie were here with me and as if she were actually my client here sitting next to me or in front of me, whatever. Especially with her baby daddy in the other room. I'm going to ask you to explain that a little bit more. I'm assuming that has something to do with I don't want to lose you. Me just jumping from peak to peak of my crises without coming down and going back up. You have not hit a crisis. When I say crisis, I mean in a complete and total inability to function. When you hear someone like me say crisis, that's what we're talking about. Have you had bad days, rough days, really, really god-awful, shitty days? Maybe. But you have to be very careful when using the term crisis with someone like me. Because you're going to give a very specific picture. This is the hospital where I had to pull Ellie out.
What is this?
The growth is clearly mutated. Let's see if the test results corroborate our theory. This is big. You said Dina is handling this well? I said it's been... Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I mean, props to Dina. It takes a special kind of person to be able to put aside their own concerns. You have no idea if baby daddy knows that he's baby daddy and all the complex feelings there. But you're absolutely right. By this time tomorrow, we will have altered the course of history. Jay. Wait, can I not put that in my backpack? Never mind. I remember this hallway, and I remember this room. That would be the blood from whence I shot the doctor. I also shot the nurses in here too, but apparently that's not canon. Or the backyard in the get far. This is 2 years earlier.
fucking touch me! I'll go back. But we're done.
So she did get the confirmation from him that he had lied. Good Lord. Someone stitched up her shoulder.
Dina? Jesse?
Nope. I want to look at that.
The merrier. Hey, look, Joel. It's your favorite.
Curtis and Viper 4, the war the merrier. Just tell the ladies it was a shark bite. You should see the other guy. Oh, if I find them
Yeah.
making out right now.
Jesse? Who are those two?
Yes! Where is it? Oh, here we go. Ellie's right hand is not moving. Oh, now it is. Apparently I can freak the game out. Okay. That song was called Shark Bite. Yo. Okay, good. They're not making out. It's the November rains. Oh, Jesse knows.
She had a rough night. Maybe I could get her to keep water down.
You should have woken me up.
Is she pregnant?
Oh, he doesn't know for sure.
Yeah.
Two screams from the back of the
Why
theater.
you came out here? But we gotta take her back. She needs real care and she's not gonna get that.
Yeah, I know.
Jesse, you take her back.
I can't just leave Tommy. He's out here because of me. Maybe you could take her back.
She's not gonna leave without you.
She smiled when she saw me.
I need you to lock the door for us.
How paternal.
Let's do it. Your map showed the aquarium along the shore. Should be down this way.
Yeah. Does anyone stay dry in this city? Okay, go for it.
Seattle is supposed to be very, very rainy. I've never been myself, but just get ambushed 10 feet out from the theater.
Thanks.
What did you tell Dina?
They were hoping to find Tommy at the aquarium. I didn't tell her you knew. That's what you're...
I wasn't. This aquarium a wolf bait?
I don't think so. Laura said Abby's hiding out there.
You get her to tell you why they did it?
Yeah. Joel had falling out with some fireflies. No, former fireflies.
What kind of falling out?
He was a smuggler, and they disagreed about some goods. Fight broke out, some of them died. Guess they wanted payback.
Damn. That change anything for you?
Nope.
I need to get clear on something. When we find Tommy, you're good with going home.
Yeah,
You'll be leaving some of those assholes alive.
Dina should be back in Jackson.
Okay. Good.
And I have to see if Ellie actually follows through with this, but we're gonna go for about 10 minutes and then we'll do a note for today. It sounds fake. I have to agree. I don't know though.
Shit. Locked.
Think we can cut through that convention center?
What convention? I doubt she'd be willing to leave any of these people alive. And the question is whether or not anybody's going to be able to figure that out before poor Dina has to pay the price. It really would be. That's why you saw me hesitate there for a second. I thought I could climb over that pretty easily.
See a light through here.
Alright.
Jammed?
Yeah. You ever worried they're gonna come back to Jackson after us?
What do you mean?
I mean, we're going through a lot of their people. In their city.
Because of what they did.
Didn't have you the friends come to Jackson because Joel did.
This place isn't like Jackson. I mean, Joel and Tommy helped Abby when she got attacked. These people are trying to kill everyone around them. I mean, they shot you on sight, didn't they?
Yeah.
You sound like you're already writing off Dina.
How long has Dina been this sick?
Only a couple days. When we first got here, she fucked up a bunch of wolves. You've been impressed.
Not writing her off, just worried. Because she seems like such a genuinely good person. And I always am a sucker for the genuinely good people. I want them to, at the very least, survive. But bare minimum, you know, be happy. You know, get the things they want out of life. And I'm just worried that she's gonna die because of something stupid that Ellie does. Kinda want that scope. No, I don't. I want that stability. Morally gray is so much more fun, though. Yeah, I mean, it's totally a personal thing. Like I said, I'm just a sucker for the very clearly good people. And a part of me is, of course, worried how Ellie is going to manage if anything should happen to Dina, because it's pretty much guaranteed that if anything happens to Dina, Ellie's going to blame herself. I mean, as she should. But I don't know. I don't know. It's a lot of different issues to parse through all at the same time. Boring? It's not, though. I mean, it's the question of how far is a really good person willing to go to support someone who, you know, they love. How far is a morally good person willing to take a quest for revenge that I'm willing to bet Dina doesn't agree with? I think she probably understands it. I just think that Dina's probably of the opinion at this point that it's too, as she should, as if Dina didn't make her own choices. Fair.
Through here.
There's an element of Dina in there to blame too, but
I just gotta ask. Why didn't she tell me about it? The pregnancy.
Listen, I'm sure she'll tell you about it when she...
but last time. Jesse, get out of the way, please. Oh, there's no good choices here, so.
I saw something. Hey. To the left! Bring them down!
Oh, that's Jesse. Holy crap. Ow. Ellie took that shotgun blast like a champ, though.
I'll fight you.
Will you, though? Will you? so at this point, we're actually going to take a pause here. We're going to save, and we will do the note for today. I'm just going to see what chapter we're in here. Seattle, day 3. As if it needed clarification of the pregnancy. Let me see here. Holy crap. Okay, so punchline. We are not very far. We have just started chapter 4. There are, including the epilogue, 11 chapters. Fantastic. Rolling over really hurts, makes sleep not fun. I roll over a lot. I'm sorry, man. Clean this up just a little bit. I took out the background picture. So as far as the note goes, I do have an idea about what I want to do. Gonna need some time to put it in motion, but I have a thought. So we're going to keep with this pared down version of the note for right now. Services intensive home-based treatment. Home is where the heart is, so her home is on the road. Home-based can be a little bit deceiving there, and quite frankly, there's not a chance that official IHBT services would accept her with her being AWOL from her home, but we'll call it that anyways. Okay, so what do we have here? Good Lord, if I could type. Okay. She's a nomad, a free spirit. The whole world is her home. Fair enough. So, this would be our note for today. A sister IP in completing ADLs. Would this get past an IHBT audit? Probably not. That's more of a CPST note. But, assisted IP in completing ADL stands for Activities of Daily Living. Right now, her daily life is, is hunting these people down. Discuss client-inspired forms of emotional release for trauma. Mental health professionals, good. Mental health professionals learn that there's a type of double speak. Client-inspired forms of emotional release for trauma is the idea that we discussed that, when we caught up to Nora, how far are we going to go? Are we going to torture her for information? Client-inspired. Work to assist IP in managing crisis situation brought on by recent traumatic choice. Again, kind of double speak there. You do that primarily to protect your client's privacy. Anytime you officially document anything, it can be called up later as far as a valid release of information request or a judge's order or a legal matter. So I word things in such a way like this that my clients get as much privacy as possible. Explored IP's sense of priorities and how recent events have changed this list of priorities. This really just refers to that conversation with Jesse. Said, look, when we find Tommy, we're going home, right? This is our note. I sign it, I attach my license to it, and that's it. Okay, subpoena. Well, the subpoena is actually just, no, you can subpoena records. Never mind. I've been subpoenaed before for my job, which wasn't for my records. It was actually me going to court. I had to testify. But you're right. I had a brain fart there. I thought for a second that subpoena only applied to people's in-person court appearances. But we've established that the world is our home. That's going to be the rationale that we have to go with. So this is our note. This is our therapy. I sign it. I attach my license to it, and that note exists out in the world. Given the sheer number of notes that pass by, this is where my knowledge base gets a little thin. Right now, I don't have an independent licensure. I was just assuming a subpoena is a legal seizing or calling upon of something. I'm pretty sure that's right. Because I've heard of a record subpoena before, so I think you're right. I think I just had a brain fart. I do not have an independent licensure. As far as social work goes, and remember, I am a social worker. In my state, you have an LSW, licensed social worker, LISW, licensed independent social worker, and LISWS, licensed independent social worker with supervisory status. I'm down at the bottom rung right now. I am studying for my licensure exam. 2 years full-time work under the supervision of someone who has that supervisory status license. And the successful completion of a clinical exam means that I gain that independent status. What does that mean? Right now, anytime I sign my clinical name to something, it does not automatically go out to Medicaid or whoever the funding source is. Someone else in my agency has to sign off on it and say, yes, I have reviewed this and I... Too many acronyms? Oh yeah. Mental health work is a lot of acronyms. It gets really fun when the acronyms are the same, but they mean completely different things. I ran into that earlier today. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, somebody else has to sign off and say yes, he did this note, but I also looked it over and I say it's okay. When I get the independent status, that just means nobody has to look over my stuff, which is kind of nice. I do have to pay more every 2 years to keep up that licensure, but typically it also means a pay increase at my job, and it also means, at least in my state, that as an LISW, as an independent social worker, you can take certain jobs that non-independent social workers cannot take. So, but then you're more responsible. Yes, which is why they won't even consider giving you the independent status until you have completed 2 years of full-time work under a supervisory license. Under a person with a supervisory license. But I hit my 2 years this month, next month. So, yes, Mitchell does raise a good point. If I seriously screw up, it doesn't just fall on my supervisor. It falls on me too. Which also means liable. Good luck with that. Well, the one good thing I will say about my current place of employment is that even the people with the independent licensure still have supervisors. And the expectation is that you will still discuss your current work with your supervisor. If I feel really strongly about giving or not giving a diagnosis, that's the only time it really comes into play. But the expectation at my current place of employment would still be, I talk it over with my boss, say, hey, I got this kid, I'm going to diagnose him with X, Y, and Z because of these reasons. So I'm not completely out in the cold. I would be more if I took a different job, depending on how the other job is structured, but that's nice about my current place. How does confidentiality work with that? HIPAA allows for a, oh god, what do they call it? HIPAA allows for the transmission of confidential information in the service of operational purposes. Basically, in easy to understand non-legal jargon, HIPAA will allow me to disclose information to my supervisor for a couple of reasons. First of all, HIPAA believes in the whole two heads are better than one thing. So the idea that I disclose this information to my supervisor says, okay, it's not just one person looking at what to diagnose this child with, it's two people. So you get a better diagnosis, you get, more ideas bounced around. Number two is the idea of case continuity. Hypothetically, if God forbid, I have a death in my family, and I need to take a week off, 2 weeks off, whatever it may be. If I take those 2 weeks off and oh, hey, you got a haircut? Yes, I did. Thank you. You're the second person to notice. One of the administrative assistants at my work was the first person to say something. Yes, go ahead, type out your jokes about how my hair looks. I'll finish my explanation. If I'm out for 2 weeks, that client still needs coverage. They still need services because our services are on a clock from the point in time that I sign a treatment plan. That treatment plan, we make ours good for 90 days. Technically, you can make a treatment plan good for longer than that, but we just review every 90 days because we're supposed to be a very short-term program. Wow, your wife not... Well, when I say noticed, I mean person who noticed that I didn't say, hey, I'm going to go get my hair cut. Yeah, my wife hit me with a whole. I asked her if she liked it. She said, "Do you like it?" But yeah, so in order to not have people waste their time while I'm out for 2 weeks handling my personal business, that's 2 weeks that people could be receiving services and they're not. So the idea is if my supervisor knows, then she can call in and check on those families and say, hey, he's going to be out for the next 2 weeks dealing with his own personal business. Shut up. He's going to be out for the next 2 weeks, but I know the case. I know what's going on. Let's keep your services going. So, operational continuity. But if there are no other questions, I've just crossed over the 2-hour mark, so we will be calling it here. If you guys did not see my Twitter announcement, please be forewarned. Due to the beginning again of my college semester, due to some increased involvement with my job, due to some increased involvement with my Steam Dragons team, I'm a little pressed for time now in the average day. So the average stream time is going to be moved back to 12:30. This is not a permanent change. This is just, I got to make things work. Responsibilities. Yes. Responsibilities. It was really nice streaming at 11:30, and I do hope you guys enjoyed it, but, if the content has to be an hour, that word is very long when typed like that. Yes, it is. As far as me having to move back, I mean, no, it's not ideal. Don't want to move it back, but I have to be, responsible. I have to be a good husband before I can be a good content creator. So, back at 12:30 again. We are considering this a Tuesday stream, so we will be back on Thursday. Rip the 11:30 area, gone too soon, will never be forgotten. Yeah. Make me some fan art with 11:30 on a tombstone. Back on Thursday, Friday, at Friday morning, 12:30 a.m. We'll call that a Thursday stream. More of The Last of Us Part 2. Interesting views on trauma here. Fascinating to look at. Again, I am really happy with where the content is for this channel. I'm not really happy with the surrounding infrastructure, like the graphics, sound effects, sound, video quality, things of that nature. So that'll be the focus really moving forward, is trying to improve those as time goes on. But I've been talking enough, so Friday, 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be back with more of The Last of Us Part 2, and I hope you can join. But for now, I will say thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the show today here in The Last of Us Part 2. Some pretty heavy stuff going on. Ellie, really happy with content. Man, you're still streaming Plague Inc. Hey, when I beat that game, 100%, I will be known as the only person stupid enough to actually do it. And isn't that the whole point of the internet, is fame and recognition? Seriously, if I don't get like a plaque or something from Endemic Creations, I'm gonna be mad. Here's something that'll put Plague Inc. in perspective, okay? There was a time when I had a different game planned other than Plague Inc. You ready for this? It was a Halo game. 600 achievements. Because when you look at Halo, the Master Chief Collection, it considers it one game. Prison Architect? Prison Architect, the software just got so unreliable with that. Yeah, I was going to do every single one of the... This is news to me unless you mean all of Master... I meant all of Master Chief. That was the plan for about a week. In looking at 100 or so of those 600 achievements, they relied on very, very specific circumstances in multiplayer, and a lot of those multiplayer servers are dead, so brought us to Plague Inc. But after Plague Inc., I believe it will be Horizon Zero Dawn, I think. I don't know. We'll have to see next time. Well, whenever we finish Plague, trust me, we'll be plaguing for a while. Don't let the thought plague your mind. Girl, you need to start looping me in because I would have told you no so many times. See, if you're gonna ask and answer your own question, you don't need me here. Horizon... Oh, God of War. That's a good point. Kind of forgot about that. I'll have to look at the trophy lists for those. We'll have to see. Because I also kind of want to throw Coffee Talk in there. If you did not see me stream Coffee Talk during the 24-hour stream, oh boy, was that an experience. Yeah, that was something else. But I gotta go to bed. Thanks so much for watching. Check us out on social media. Until next time, peace out, y'all.